Wow. Okay, guys. Back for another episode. And man, I'm on a bit of a roll today. So you're welcome, or I'm sorry, either one. We're just going to go ahead and start with that because I'm on one today. And for a variety of reasons, put on D&D always when recording. Let's talk social media, guys. I feel like it's the new year. What is the new year? And I feel like social media is always on the chopping block. First of all, is TikTok going to be banned? We have, what is today? Today we were recording and it's the 13th. So it's getting banned on the 19th. So my prediction is that it's going to just be, this is going to be a slow process. This isn't going to be something that really takes anything away, I guess. But social media is always on the forefront. And I feel like it's funny because in marketing, it's something that either people really subscribe to or something that people just don't really believe in. So we're going to kind of unbox all of those things. And like I said, I'm on one today. So it's been quite the morning. And this whole year, has been quite the year so far. We're only 13 days in. So let's get into it. First of all, I hope you guys are having a great week. As you guys know, I'm always here for any and all marketing questions, concerns, anything that you want to bring to the table. But today, like I said, we're going to be talking all about social media. So social media, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So I think let's get over the bad first. I think that's the first place I want to start. And I think that in terms of as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, like I said earlier, either you subscribe to it or you don't. And I think that I wish I could do a poll. I wish I could do a poll and really try to figure out what entrepreneurs are really subscribed to it and what aren't, because I would probably say that people are probably on the lower spectrum than you think. I would guess specifically for business owners and entrepreneurs. I think that it's a lot lower than one would think. So, which is quite sad because the potential that it has to truly manifest into something unbelievable is really amazing. So let's dive into the negatives of social media, or what people perceive or business owners perceive to be negative, right? So I think the first thing is that it's a huge time suck, right? Big time suck. And I know that because obviously I am in the business, and it takes a ton of time. And I think that's probably the number one thing that why people shy away from it. The number two thing as to why people shy away from social media is because they don't know where to go. It's a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of creativity. They don't really know, how to execute these things, whether that be the actual video itself. I mean, it starts at a lot of variety of places, right? It could either start from, I don't even know how to shoot something like that. I don't even know how to come up with a concept like that. I don't even know how to execute any of those things. So sometimes it starts there. And then sometimes it also starts where people just don't value it. They just don't feel like it's for them, or that it's useful, or they look at it as a platform for young people. And I will pull up a graph here and show you that Forbes came out, I think it was in 2023, and did a really strong deep dive into social media. And I was so surprised, and I actually put this in my pitch deck to pitch to new clients, just to kind of show people and educate them on who actually is on social media, because the perception is that it's only for young people. And that's just not true, unfortunately. Fortunately for us, I guess, but unfortunately that belief or that way of thinking is just not true. So there is a super wide, vast demographic that is all over social media. Now, while they may live on different platforms, it's really important to work with people that understand or educate yourself on where these things, where people are spending their time, what demographics are spending their time where. For the longest time, it was thought that TikTok was only for Gen Z and younger. And now TikTok is it is the best platform for brand awareness, period, end of story. There's really nothing that competes with it. So I think if you have that mindset that social media or, you know, yeah, I mean, that social media is just for young people or that it's not for your target demographic, you are losing. You're losing. Overall, you're losing. So I hate to break it to you, and I always want to be kind to you guys, but I'm also here to educate you. We have to be educated in these decisions that we're making as business owners, because if we're not, then we're just going to lose, right? So social media, TikTok specifically, best brand awareness app that has possibly ever been created. There's really nothing to challenge it. Instagram could possibly challenge it, 10 years ago, but as it is right now, it just is not the same. So those are the negatives that, at least when we get feedback from clients or potential clients, or even just people, peers, at networking events or anything like that, those are the negatives that we hear the most of, is that it's a huge time suck, and that they also, and sometimes those two things go hand in hand, right? Sometimes it's admittedly, it's not always the first of conversation to say, I don't know how to do something, right? Like, people don't always like to admit that. So whether they say it's a time suck or, whatever it is, and that and if you feel that way, the likelihood that you're going to invest in it is very low. And that's unfortunate. I find that really, really sad because, again, I think people have a perception that I am a social media, I'm trying to be an influencer or whatever the perception is. It doesn't really matter to me, because social media is a tool. I look at it as a tool, and that's all I use it for. I am using it and abusing it. And I think that everybody should be doing that. And if you're not doing it, why the hell aren't you? And whether you're doing it on your own or you hire an agency like us, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because you should be using it. Period. End of story. No argument. So I'm this weather is just such a problem. I'm snotting everywhere. It's so disgusting. Ugh. I'm so tired of it. I'm a summer girly, okay? I don't do this winter stuff, but it's fine. Only 70 more days I saw on the internet or something like that, but it's fine. All right, so let's get into the positives about social media. So obviously I could talk about this till the cows come home, and I'm really, really passionate about it because obviously it's what I do. And the whole reason I started this agency was truly because I wanted to help people like me, other people that were business owners, that were entrepreneurs, that didn't know how to market themselves, how to put themselves out there. Look, I'm all self-trained. I have no training or schooling in marketing. I am boots on the ground kind of girl that I have learned all of these things working for many, many, many years through my own businesses, and then working through other clients' businesses, and then also my family. They're all entrepreneurs, so we've all we could build this massive school together, talking about everything that we've learned being a business owner. But truthfully, that's really where all of my knowledge has come from, just from extreme trial and error. And if there is anything that I have taken away from my years of failing and trying again, is that, one, social media is going to be the best way for you to truly authentically show up as yourself. I think that people have a very, very hard time with that. And I think as a business owner, people like to hide behind the fact that they're a business owner. They don't want to be the face of the brand. And so they hide behind that. And that's poor behavior. We don't like that. We want to make sure that when we are showing up as our business and showing up as, the representation of our business, that we're showing up in the right and the best way. And so I really do believe that that's the best way to connect with your ideal target audience. Now, I just had a meeting this morning with a repeat client. So she took a little bit of a break, and now she's coming back, which is so exciting. So pumped about it. But, I was telling her that she is somebody that we kind of we model a lot of what we want our other clients to do, a lot of the time, because she was the epitome of somebody that really was not into, did not subscribe to social media. She did not understand it. She did not want to do it, and she knew she had to do it. She knew that she had to put herself out there and truly make herself so uncomfortable that it forced her to excel, and it forced her to get out of her comfort zone, and it forced her to find her target ideal audience, and she did. And she said something to me today that truly I don't know if I'll ever forget. She said, "I just want to thank you, because investing in you and your business, and your agency was the best investment that I've ever made, because it truly made me work through all of my shit. It truly made me realize like how uncomfortable I was putting myself out there, putting myself out online, sitting in front of this camera, filming, dealing with all of my internal demons and all of my internal struggles, that I can go walk up on stage in front of 150 people and I feel great, because I have gone through all of this work with myself, and that now I feel so good and so confident that it doesn't faze me. And that's because of you. But once you finally understand who those people are and who you are speaking to, like, that is it. That's it. You've you've opened Pandora's box, and you really have the ability to grow that audience at your own pace. If you really want to hit social media super hard, and you want to post 3 times a day, and you really want to get after it, go for it. You know what I mean? Absolutely go for it. The potential is endless in terms of once you figure out who that target demographic is, and you're speaking to them directly, and you're solving those problems for them. That's the secret. I mean, it's really just not that hard. I think that a lot of the time people really try to make social media and marketing some really hardcore science, or, and maybe that's an illusion, or maybe that's a perception, or, that marketing agencies want you to believe that. But really, it's just finding your audience. And once you build that audience, you're able to kind of go in any direction from there. I've seen this happen so many times. It's always so fun when we onboard new clients, and it's we start, there's testing in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's we figured it out. We have unlocked it. We figured it out. We know who you are. We're coming for you, and we're going to speak directly to this audience. And that's always such a fun time, because it's exciting for everybody. You put so much work on the front end, and you're like, oh my gosh, we're finally figuring out who these people are, and really understanding what they want from us, and understanding what they want to hear. And that's so great. I just love that. I think that's such an exciting time. But again, this is all made possible through the efforts. And whether, again, if you want to hire an agency, or if you don't want to hire an agency, that's fine. I just post the content. And the fact that it has the potential to completely change your life is really, I don't even know if I even want to go down that road, because it truly is. That's when I feel like people unsubscribe to this idea. I feel like that's when people turn this type of content off, because they're like, whatever, this girl doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's fine if you think that. I don't really care. But it is true. But let's really just stay within a really well-contained box for now, because I don't want to overwhelm anybody, and I don't want it to be, too much. We never want it to be too much for anyone. So anyways, so the pros and cons of social media is really a topic that I feel like I could go on forever about, but I really just want you guys to understand that whichever side of the spectrum you're on, and whatever you feel works for you, I just really want you to take away from this episode that it's never a bad investment. it is never a bad investment to put yourself out on social media, for people just to know that you're there, that you exist, that you are a human being with a heartbeat, and that you're not just a random face, or no, you're not just a random Instagram with no personality or no liveliness to you. So I really, really encourage you to push yourself outside of the box and post and get out there. I mean, that's really like what we're all here for. Okay. Okay, so those are the pros and cons of social media. So guys, I appreciate you coming on this episode, and I really, really do hope that if you have questions, you always come to me with them. And I appreciate you guys taking a listen, taking a watch. And if you guys have any questions, like and subscribe. Let me know. Hit me up. All the things. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.